Hey guys. Uh, Yesterday we made it pretty far through Loch Modan. We left Mogan here eating his dinner last night or lunch, whatever, or what have you. Um, Completed lots of
Hey
or
guys.
killed lots of gnolls. Oh,
Yesterday we made it pretty far through.
I'm sorry. Sometimes if I don't mute Twitch because it doesn't just stay muted, I have to remember to mute it every time I'm going to get a looping sound. But I also need to keep an eye on it just to make sure that you know everything's going smoothly. Anyways, killed lots of gnolls, lots of trogs, and a little bit of everything else. It's not the craziest adventure in Loch Modan, but we're getting through it. Of course, we reached level 17. Not that you can really see that. I will go ahead and point out that I did, after finishing streaming last night, run back to Ironforge and do the whole auction house thing, which is why we actually have mail right now. And so we're going to start the day off by checking that, and then we will continue going about in Loch Modan. Hopefully, I would like to finish. Oh, and it's raining. That's nice. Alright, so let's see what we got. Seems like we sold some silver leaf and got a little bit of gold. I'm going to run back inside
What can I
and
get
just
for
vendor
you
some
today?
junk that I didn't actually go. That I did not get rid of. This stuff and that. I don't really feel like I need that banana or those shoes.
Off with you.
I can use. Oh shoot! No, I'm using a hammer. Can't really sharpen a hammer that well. All right, it might be rainy, but luckily we're a little tough
What
and we
can
can
I do
handle it
for you?
just fine. All right, when the stone rot dam burst, it drained near the entire loch. Horrible ecological devastation. And don't you go thinking it didn't really affect us dwarves. Not only are we plumb out of fish, but there's acres of dead threshodons. Oh, that's right. Those used to actually occupy the lake before the dam broke long ago. Out there left to rot in the sun. The buzzards are after them, and they're spreading all manner of filth and disease right on the outskirts of town. I can't ask you to clean it all up, but could you deal with the buzzards? Killing even just a few will
Keep
help.
your feet on the ground.
Well, I will get on that. So, what we gotta go take care of now is yesterday we were sent out to kill 6 crossolisks. Again, you always love the very specific numbers that they give you. Go out and kill this many. Don't like try to wipe them out. Just kill exactly 8. Of course, we just got picked up that quest to kill the buzzards. And what I'm probably going to do first is I'm going to go get some Murloc scent glands, because apparently we are going to get a few Murlocs all hot and bothered later on. That sounds like a fun, family-friendly questing experience. I'm going to go ahead, because I always forget to do this part. Day 3 of the... Whoops. Will we make it through Loch Modan? And then after we finish this zone, I put a vote up on Twitter, and it's looking like we're going to be heading off to Darkshore after this, which I don't think I've done Darkshore other than the first few quests, so I have no idea what to expect from that in terms of actual fun. Actually, yesterday we also picked up this nice little book that took a while to read through, but I think it mentioned one of the fishing huts that's over here as being a drop-off point for the secret Dark Iron plans. Oh wait, no, they're stealing Explorers League documents and hiding them. And I think this building that I just saw on the map was a fishing hut. Yep, there's a dock. And of course, if you're just joining us now, we are leveling Holy. There's no real reason for that. I am aware it'll be slightly harder to level as a healer, but I'm just doing it because I feel like leveling as a... I mean, when you level as a DPS, even without heirloom gear, good god, you do so much damage, everything just drops. Yep, there we go. The document bears the Explorers League crest and seems to detail potential dig sites in Loch Modan. City smudges lead you to believe it was likely stolen by the Dark Iron spies in the area. You recall mention of missing documents at the Explorers League building in Thelsamar. Well, we just found one of them. Alright. They wanted me to collect the scent glands, and I just feel like they're politely trying to avoid pheromones for Murloc mating season. You actually deal a fair amount of damage as Holy. It's not the greatest, but that Holy Shock kind of packs a pretty decent punch. Oh. Of course, we gotta stop at all of our standard fishing spots. Oh. Ooh, a rare, actually. Now, hopefully, we can get our fishing done. Simple Breeches of Spirit. I don't know that that's actually an upgrade. Like, I know I'm a paladin wearing leather pants, but, I mean, intellect plate's hard to come by in some of these early questing zones. There it is. Actually, was that the first achievement on this character? No, it wasn't, because I got Represent, I got level 10, of course I got more. 50 quests completed. Just hadn't paid attention in the past, apparently. And of course I had to add to everything to make it just 10 times worse. And I have to do all the fishing and the gear, and the working on professions as I go. It's almost like I want the vanilla experience without without actually having to deal with the vanilla experience. Yep, what do we get here? Got some medium leather, a bunch of stuff that's filling up my tiny bag space. Getting a little too full for this crap. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out. Probably should level my cooking a little so I can just get rid of that. Drop a stun on you. What I'm kind of curious about is I've seen videos of people doing it, is old school, something kind of like old school Shakaden. I know it's not, I know it can't quite be the same as it used to be, but I've seen somebody kind of running a semi-modern Shakaden build, and I'm kind of wondering if it could be done for from a world PvP and slash casual BG standpoint during this process. Because like when I go to Arathi Highlands, you know, I'll probably run Arathi Basin, do some BGs and some dungeons along the way, not just pure questing. Just because the point of this adventure isn't to make it as quick as possible, it's to do everything possible. Alright, what can I dump? No, that can be food. Don't really need you. This, the only reason I'm fighting to keep it is because eventually you get to the point with low level tunes, if you actually want to work on food and cooking, you just can't. Because then you have to, it's like, because you need so many of this meat and so much of this meat, but it only levels you so far because just the casual questing and as quick as you brush through any zone, you never get enough. Same thing if you're working on your regular professions, you never actually get enough ore to completely level it the old-fashioned way. Not that anybody usually cares, just because it's usually a race to 110. Then you can actually start your professions from scratch there and do just fine. Oh, I don't even know why I bothered to fight for that. I don't want any milk. Somewhere in there, there's a Skyrim Nord milk drinker joke. Oh, there's a nice little secret meetup. If I remember right, that is where we're going to be kind of messing with them a bit. Because we're gathering all of the politely named Murloc scent glands, but let's just be real here, it's all Murloc pheromone. What the hell is wrong with your wing, buddy? I think there's a little problem there. Throw you out. Because I am, you know, a little less than sane, I'm also not sending myself gold or bags or anything like that. It is all on this character and gold that he makes, although I guess I do have enough to buy some tiny crappy bags. Probably should do that next time I go back into town. Nope, I don't have my stun available. Yeah, I don't need your cracked eggshells. Alright. Pull that. Let's pull that bird and that bird. One of the advantages of being a healer is I'm not too worried about taking a lot of damage. I usually just throw out a quick heal on some DPS downtime and I'm good. Give you a quick blast. Still always remind me of that old Flash video I saw back in 2000s when Flash videos were taking over the internet and like Homestar Runner and everything was relevant. They were making fun of Final Fantasy for doing this, where every time you encounter a random battle, kill wolves and then loot swords and weapons and armor off of them. Makes me laugh just as much today. I don't know if I want to try cooking partially digested meat. Oh, I guess I could be... I wonder if I can pull buzzards down from up there. Yeah, I can. Takes forever, but I can do it. Oh, that looks like a rare. I'm going to jump on him in just a second. Yep, I'm going to want to keep that. So let's see what we got. I don't need you. Gosh, Haldir. Not entirely sure where your name comes from, but okay. I feel like sometimes when they're coming up for the names for some of these, I can actually use that cloak. Or for the names for some of these like named NPCs, they're just kind of like roll your face across the keyboard and see what comes up. Not too dissimilar to the Frost DK rotation. Nope, I'm done killing Murlocs for now. I was hoping you were one of the people actually watching Ultra. But let's be real here. You can't really deny it. Your your burst your burst is essentially, it's like, oh, obliteration. I wonder what my goal is. Oh, to do as much obliterate as possible. Okay. Frost strike, obliterate, frost strike, obliterate, frost strike, obliterate. Asshole. Luckily, when I am going through Darkshore next, oh, I'm sorry, is your multiple target burst also adding in Remorseless Winter to that complicated rotation? I don't actually know the answer to that one. I have just enough DK experience to know vaguely how I should be bursting in a PvP setting. I guess I actually have to drop down to get that. Probably not normal just to have someone walking around on your roof. Alright, got some new documents for you. Well, look at that. You found one of our stolen documents. We're much obliged for its return. Hopefully a bit of gold will suit your fancy for the finder's fee. Well, it would if you actually gave me gold and not just 16 silver. Oh yeah, if you actually pick the Frost Scythe talent. Which I guess in an AoE fight you would or an AoE PvE fight you definitely would want to. This should help prevent the disease and illness from spreading into our remaining water. Many thanks, Modan.
See you soon.
All right. Talk to the lazy huntress here.
Great to meet you.
One who made it a clear point. It's like, oh, I could go get all this stuff, but I don't feel like it. Now, don't you stink all to high hell. I'm assuming that's because of the Murlocs. It's hard to tell. Thank you. Thank you for the... Phew, ain't that a stench. Now you prepare yourself, because I'm about to wow you with what's left of my mental faculties. I wonder if this stein and bottle have anything to do with her mental the mental issues. Eventually, I will learn how to speak the English language. Alright, now just shut your gob and let me talk, because here's the plan. Those gnolls and murlocs are liable to be meeting out there somewhere. Actually, I think we saw that. So you take this this clever plant disguise of mine, and you wear it and look like a plant. Then you sneak up on them, and you throw the scent pheromone. No, it is a pheromone. You gathered at the moss hide stand-in with the murlocs. You're right. I'll never speak English. That's like I always hope to speak English more gooder, but I can't. Then the murlocs will flip their spit, and the monster... Bleh. Thanks for tripping me up and jinxing me, Ultra. And the moss hides will think twice about trying to work with such crazy little buggers.
Watch your back.
Oh my god, you guys are a pain.
I've the finest
Inventory is
wares
full. Guys keep filling my inventory up with crap I don't need. 198, 296. Let's keep that big one there. Put that right here in case I need it. Alright.
Safe travels.
Now let's see. So did you get those crossless things, or did I make that up? Mighty kind of you to help an old fool like me. Here's your reward as promised and all.
See you soon.
Alright. Good ding. Put that right there. Q is always my oh crap button. Just on every tune I have, it's the button like, oh crap, I'm in trouble and I need to stop taking damage. Alright. Now just... Oh wait, I already read all that. I already read all this,
Safe travels.
but my inventory was full. Bet I could clear up some space if I just did a little cooking here. Because I can do some cooking, get the experience, and then just vendor the food I don't actually want.
Welcome.
Don't need the herb baked egg. Oh, still gotta hang on to the crosslisk meat. Where are those spider kebabs? There they are. Okay, you're not as good as the blood sausage, so I'm getting rid of you. Getting rid of you too. And that. And that. Oh yeah, wait. Probably can do that.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Won't help too much, but I just need to hold myself over until I have enough gold to buy 4 netherweave bags, and then eventually I'll get to the point where I have enough gold to buy 4 hexweave bags. Because usually by the time I can get to about level 70, I can have about 10k gold. And I'm set. Alright. Now we gotta head off on the very important mission of throwing murlocs into a mating frenzy. Actually, I don't think I needed to jump down there, but I did. Getting more barnacled clams. Really helps speed up a lot of the DPS just because I picked this talent to reduce my cooldown. Oh shoot, I need to be in a plant disguise or I'm just gonna pull all of them. Alright, Canary's Cache. Probably could have read that flavor text, but alright. Cleverly disguise yourself as some sort of plant. Must be in the lock to use. It looks like a shrub. Let's see, what do these all say? Oh, I think she just gave me a skin of Dwarven Stout. Do not point at self or others. In case of contact with skin, run. Okay. Well, it ain't quite rogue stealth, but better than nothing. Guess I have to be... Somehow this makes sense. Why are you looking at me like that? You'll regret this. This is your only chance, you fishy fools. Ah, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Oh, I love that. If you guys don't know, that's a... If you ever watched the show Firefly, which I know for many a nerd like myself, that just brings up painful memories of what could have been. But that very first episode when you first meet Walsh, Has the two dinosaurs. He's just playing with them at his at his control console. T-Rex turns on the Stegosaurus. Ah, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. I miss that show. Yep, if I actually jump on that vanilla server just for this stuff, probably make it a point to stand right here just so we can see, like, you can see where the shoreline used to be. Like that was an island right here. And obviously this was an island too where trees were kind of popping up, but all this was underwater. Although the placement of that dock seems a little strange. I'm sure it'll make sense if I actually see it, but yeah. The Elysium project, which comes out, thinking that, or I'm guessing that it'll probably be, or bleh, I'm guessing that I'll be able to come back here semi-quickly. I know it'll take me a lot longer to get through stuff and kill things, but I would actually like to try and visit some of these areas on there just to see what they used to look like. Hopefully they still have some of those. They're putting out these little packages, I guess, or files that you could replace in your actual vanilla WoW folders. It essentially replaced some of the old textures and models. So you could be playing, or you would be playing and you would have or you'd be on a vanilla server, but then wolves and stuff would be using the Draenor wolf model.
Talk to me.
Worked like a charm, didn't it? Maybe Cadril will get off my darn back about what with saving the whole town and all. I suppose you've done and earned yourself some proper goods.
See you soon.
Huh. Oh good, there's another quest. Wasn't gonna be entirely sure where to head after this if there wasn't one. Oops, Jen Hornhelm. Or Jern Hornhelm. I wonder if it's just a clever name or something.
No.
Iron Band has an excavation to the southeast, and he's been... excuse me. And he's been needing a hefty amount of explosives sent from the League for all the carving. Holdor, Miran, and Sain? I wonder if that's something kind of like Sean, where it has the H that doesn't actually exist. Just departed with the most recent load, and could probably use a hand. I'm just going to call him Sean because I can. They can't have made it very far. Strong as they are, they only move so fast laden down with those barrels. They're taking the normal route to the site, leaving south out of town and following the curve of the Loch. Go catch up with them and help them out, will you?
Safe travel.
I know most of these have all of the breadcrumb quests, but I got a little worried there that I was going to have to actually look up where to go next. Let's do some senseless animal killing along the way. You know, for fun. And of course, because I am distracted, just gonna kind of wander off and alt tab. I'm not gonna fight you. You'll eventually get bored with me. Fire elementals. Oh. Yeah, I guess that is to the south. Fire elementals. Oh, did not mean to hit that button. I think I've passed the point for what I've quested out here, because I don't remember fire elementals. And the only times I've really quested in most of these zones is I go into just long enough for heirloom gear to bump me up to high, or bump me just high enough to get out of the zone. It doesn't really actually look much like a bobcat. I don't know if you've ever actually seen one. Well, I believe we found them. Huldar. It'll take more than a dark iron ambush to stop the deliveries. But Sean, I would never have suspected him to be one of the sympathizers. We've been working with him for almost a year now. Maybe I missed the signs. We'll consider that later. Alright, 100 quests complete. Only probably, what, 50,000 more to go? We need to get this powder to Ironbrand, but this cart isn't going anywhere now. It'll be a lot for us to carry, and these parts can get dangerous. And who knows what else the Dark Irons might have in store for us now that Sean is with them. I'm also going to start calling you Hodor. I'll feel a lot better if you helped me watch over things. Mirren can offload the powder kegs at the camp while you and I protect the cart.
Off with you.
I'm off. Stay safe. I'll be back as quickly as I'm able. I appreciate your help with this. We never would have suspected Sean as a sympathizer. We just weren't prepared for this. Two dead Dark Irons. Ooh. Feel like there will be more. Yep, there we go. Hey, it's Sean. It's okay if you misled him, you're dead now. Good work. I'm glad to see some revenge taken on the traitor. Go ahead and take the path Mirren did to the east, and let Prospector Ironbrand know we're all set. I'm sure he'll have some work for you as well. Well, that's good. Hopefully it pays well, because I have crap for gear right now. And crazy as it sounds, I'm really hoping to get some intellect. Alright. Oh, there's our turn in. I'll go turn in before I pick up. Alright. Prospector Ironbrand. Iron Band, not Brand. It is troubling news that you bring. To think that the Dark Irons have sympathizers able to procure this sort of material for their dastardly plans. That's a matter for someone else to consider some other time. Thank you for protecting Hodor and the cart. Ugh. Probably as an upgrade just because of the crit, but would like some intellect. We've uncovered some incredible artifacts at the site. It's hard to be convinced that it's all authentic, but there could be a serious historical potential. Unfortunately, when the Trogs overran the site, we lost access to 3 of our most notable finds to date. I'm concerned that the Trogs might have stolen them or defiled them in our absence. If you go to the excavation, find the upturned giant and overdressed woman, and the broken tablet, and make sure they're still intact.
Watch, get her back.
I wonder if those legs are an upgrade. Still doesn't think so. I guess I don't have to completely follow Pawn, but somewhat helpful. 0% versatility, even though I have 1.
What's on your mind?
Recently, just before the Trogs surfaced within the site, we have uncovered a large number of strange carved idols, but we didn't have the chance to study them. For soon after the discovery, the Trogs chased us away from the ruins, and those idols have a strange effect on the Trogs. It makes them go berserk. Bring me 8 idols. I want to study them, and I want them out of the Trogs' hands. You can find the idols on the Trogs infesting the site.
Be good.
Once again, bring him exactly 8. I don't know if that's up here or if it's a different route. Yeah, I have to go around, I think, because this book, once again, it told us Paul Den, Shonda's Lair, Iron Band's Cubby. Side passage in the heart of Iron Band's excavation site leads to a well-hidden, disused alcove. Okay. That's an interesting image. Oh, I can't even see it. Boss Galgosh. If you don't mind, sir, I will be killing you and taking whatever you have. More cloth. That's probably... Yeah. Pretty sure that cloth is an upgrade just because, once again, of the intellect. Like, it doesn't help much with survivability. I can see that because of the drastic armor, and, you know, I am supposed to be wearing plate. But I think the intellect's so good it would actually increase my damage enough to make it worth it. Those idols have interesting imagery. Looks like we found some more plans. The document bears the Explorers League crest and seems to detail transport routes utilized by the League in and out of Loch Modan. City smudges lead you to believe it was likely stolen by Dark Iron spies in the area. You recall mention of missing documents at the Explorers League building, blah blah blah. Well, it's almost like people who go to work hate work, so they come home and then they play The Sims, a game where they're living life and they have to go to work. It's like nobody wants to live their lives. They want to play a simulation of their lives, even if it's exactly the same. Like, I feel like you could almost fool the entire population into being happier as if you put the virtual reality headset on them, but just had the camera, so it's basically showing you what's in front of you anyways, and then just call it virtual reality. I want that tin, but I'm in a giant maze and I don't know how to get to it. Is it back here and around the corner? Clear up some space by getting that potion there. I feel like if it was just sticking a little bit further out of the ground. Sorry, I had to take a moment and enjoy the Planet of the Apes reference for no reason. Give you a good blast there. Old Titan Construct model feat. Although I guess they're using that in the current content because when you go to Stormheim, there's that one quest. I'm gonna go ahead and equip these pants. They have to be somewhat of an upgrade, even if it's going, like, because I'm only wearing leather right now. And that does kind of feel like back in the day where you had to actually wear mixed match stuff, because if I remember right, there was a time during Vanilla WoW somebody was telling me about where, like, if you wanted to do the most DPS as a warrior, there was actually a leather piece that you wore. That was because warriors got to dip in both pools and get benefits from both strength and agility. Whew, I'm relieved. I was worried they'd all be destroyed by now. Thank you for checking in on them.
Good.
Well, no problem.
Well met.
Magmar Felhue. Did you save those idols? We must study them and report our findings to Ironforge. You got them. Nicely done, Modan. And you don't look too worse for the wear, even with those berserk trogs about. I'm going to keep my eye on you. You show some promise. What do we got here? Felsamar breastplate for strength and stamina, or wait, that's carved stone mace with intellect. All right. I am going to jump on that mace, and I just gained another level. There we go. Excuse me. You definitely have some fight in you. You know there are some hunter types at the lodge east of here, up in the hills. They might be right up your alley. Why don't you go pay them a visit and see if you have any work that you might be interested in?
Safe travel. Pray to me.
Random cloth armor salesman out here in the middle of nowhere. I have a feeling he was somehow relevant in vanilla. So, Ultra, what game is it that you're playing where you watch the grass grow? Probably gonna answer Grass Simulator 2000. Let's see. Quests. Eastern Kingdoms. Oh, actually. I'm going to redo these, but actually, wow. Apparently, I already have a lot of these quests, and I earned it all the way back in 2010. What was I leveling in 2010? I have no idea, actually. Oh, Terraria. That makes sense. Wait, I knew that because I saw you pop up on my Steam. Actually, one thing... Like, I keep thinking that I don't want to actually do the vanilla thing, but then I keep talking about the private server coming out soon. Practically advertising for it, but I keep... Or one thing that I do really want to do, and I did this on my original Paladin back in late Burning Crusade, or is the quest to actually get your Paladin mount, because I just realized next level, because I get that Paladin mount, I'm going to automatically be given my riding training, and I'm also going to automatically be given that mount, which is cool and all, but at the same time, I kind of miss when you actually had to quest for that kind of stuff. I also did the Warlock one too, because I had a... Like, I only did it for the first one, but I got the level 20 mount. Well, back then it was level 30, but, you know, I got the regular mount, not the epic ground one. So yeah, I'm going to turn this one in first. Then I'll start talking to other people.
Great to
Merrick
meet
Ironheart. Here at Farstrider Lodge, we prize hunting skills above all else. Wish to gain my approval? You'll have to earn it. You look up to the challenge, lad. Hello there, laddie. Mountaineers sent you over, eh? I do suspect we might have just the sort of work you're looking for. Welcome to the Farstrider Lodge.
See you soon.
Here at Farstrider Lodge, we oh, I already read that. Hornet hunting. We're always looking for new game around here. Daryl may like his boars, but the rest of us prefer things more exotic. Like hornets. Now, I'd never say the loch draining was a good thing, but it did have a silver lining. The swampy grounds brought in new prey, hornets. Giant hornets, mind you. Not many hunters have tussled with massive bugs before. It's rather novel. If you'd like to give it a try, I'll wager with you. Bring me back some of those nice glossy wings of theirs, and I'll pay up.
Safe travel.
Okay. I didn't realize you could actually beat Terraria. Well, I guess that's why you have it in quotes, but is it just kind of you got to a point where you didn't really feel like you were gaining anymore? We've seen more foxes in the hills lately. Cunning creatures they are. A good test of a hunter's skill is to find... Or a hunter's skill and a fine profit to boot. It's their tails, lad. Fine and fluffy. They're just as good... Or just as good hung on your belt to ward off fleas as they are to line the gloves of some fancy noble. Listen to me prattle on. I'm no goblin. The thrill is in the hunt. But if you bring me back some foxtails, I'll gladly pay you for them. You'll find the foxes just north of the lodge in the lower woodlands.
Watch your back.
I never actually played much Terraria. We had that game night with Nimue, and that was a lot of fun, where we just kind of all hung out in Terraria and played it. But I never got it. Like, I just kept running around, kind of not really doing much. I'm through with gyrocopters. Sure, they work, but when has that ever been enough for a real gnome? I want real flight with wings. I've been studying birds for years now, trying to unlock the final secret to building a machine that flies just like them. That elegant soaring and swooping, the rush of the wind over the wings. Ah. You can help me. I need Or I need the finest feathers you can find. The golden eagles circling near the lodge would be a fine choice.
Off and away.
Safety Warden Pipsy.
Can I help you?
Aww. Look at the little gnome. It's stab thistle season. Stab thistle season. Stab thistle season. Stab thistle season. I think they did that on purpose. Stab thistle seeds are responsible for up to 89% of seed-related injuries among hunters. You'll find stab thistle seeds mostly in the lower woodland just north of the lodge. They're commonly found at the base of trees, and they will stab and hurt you. I'd advise you to avoid them, but I actually need someone to help remove them for the sake of safety. Bring back stab thistle seeds so we can make sure the others don't get hurt. Good God.
You have a great day now.
I bet they did that name on purpose. Daryl the Youngling.
What can I do for you?
Like how every time, like, when they have to make a character who's like kind of in that young adult range to late teens, like they're in between the regular child model, so they have to be bigger. So it's like you go straight from being this like dopey child with feet bigger than your head to you're just ripped. Try to contain your excitement, Modan, for you are in the presence of the greatest boar hunter in Azeroth. The cunning intellect, rapid speed, ferocious strength, and resilient hide. Yes, boars are the quarry of only the most masterful hunters. Amateurs need not apply. Why, I bet you never even hunted such an exotic beast. I'll bet a silver any day that you can't match my record of 10 boars killed. Try the ones on the eastern shore of the Loch, but don't hurt yourself now, rookie.
See you around.
Okay. Not even a hunter. Half the time I feel like this game was designed around the assumption that you'll either be a warrior or a hunter. Let's see. Oh, I should have waited for him to come down, shouldn't I? Yep. In the words of Forrest Gump, I am not a smart man. Well, they're not really given any feathers, are they? Oh, shoot. Somebody commenting on my Emerald Dreamers post about this, saying I have too much time on my hands. Yeah, probably. Just maybe. Alright, got those 3 feathers. I don't know why he only needed 3, but that's what he's getting. I like how I actually didn't come that far from the excavation site I was just in. But by making me walk all the way around, it made it seem like it was a great distance. Those bears always seem bigger when you're a dwarf. I'm really curious about the, She said that these stab thistle seeds account for 89% of seed-related injuries. So how many seed-related injuries are there on, let's say, a yearly basis? And what's the other 11%? Like, do acorns, like, fall and hit you, or fall and, like, knock you out because they're giant? Oh. Looks like I get to kill a fluffy little fox, too. Where are... Not too many foxes or really anything out here. There's some more seeds, at least. Oh man. Got the Explorer achievement. Yeah, there's also another... His mouth isn't really open. The book that I got... Crystal Ball Den, Chandra's Lair, Mogrash Skull Idol. Yeah, it says do not place the documents in the mouth. Oh, there's like a shuriken thing on it, or stuck in it too. But its mouth isn't even open. The document bears the Explorers League crest and contains detailed assessments of various threats present within Loch Modan. City smudges lead you to believe it was like stolen by Dark Iron spies. You recall something, blah blah blah. Explorers League, same thing, slightly different beginning text, and then the ending's always the same. Oh crap, I didn't realize I was that close to the Bastion of Twilight. There it is. Just all of a sudden, I thought I was like way off in the distance, but I'm pretty much at the base of it. Sneak in or sneak around some ogres here. Not too sneaky. But I really do want that ore. Pretty sure I gotta come back and kill these guys later. I mean, I guess that's obvious, because why would they even put something in there? It's like, why would they put something in the game and not make it relevant? Oh wait, I forgot that Silithus is a zone for leveling. If I remember the stories right, there was Silithus and Ajara in Vanilla WoW, and both of them just kind of had questing that just stopped. Like, it was like they just ran out of time. They got like an eighth of the quests for both those zones that they wanted out, and then they just stopped. Somehow I get up to that node. Oh, I guess it would make more sense for that to be over here then. I wonder if at this low level I have the option to craft copper intellect gear, because that will be helpful. Let's go around to the other side. I'm pretty sure I saw a node on the map over here too. And I need to kill this fox anyways. Expertly wielding the infinite powers of the light leads me to killing foxes. Oh yeah, I should probably head on out and do those quests as well. Starting to see, because I haven't really been up here. I gotta do these. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have enough time to finish the Loch today. I think I could at least get to level 20, considering I'm almost there. Probably get those when I turn in all the quests that I have now. Let's see, what documents have I picked up? Gotten the one at the dock. That was the first one that I got. Southwest of the excavation site. Excuse me. Oh, I bet I need to go there for a set of documents I didn't get. It's either that or that one. So I'll probably be heading on south after I complete these quests. maybe I'll just catch that on my way back, on my way back to turn in the other documents. Oh, and another set of documents. Just about got all of them rounded up. Document bears the Explorer's League crest and contains a detailed list of the artifacts excavated by the Iron Band's workers in southeastern Loch Modan. Sooty smudges. Again, Dark Irons, Thalsamar. They're looking for them. It's actually really strange that they lose 6 documents and I'm able to recover all 6. They just clearly don't have enough people on the Dark Iron side actually going around and collecting these. Getting some wings out of it. Ooh. Definitely take more copper. That's true. Maybe they're just not that good at it. What do I want to throw away? Sharp canine. You're gone. I mean, I guess it makes sense. They did go off and join a cult movement that has historically failed over and over and over again. Like how I bought 2 more bags, but they're too small to actually make a difference. What is that? Willow Robes of Stamina. This must be if you're wanting to be a mage or a warlock tank. Not a priest tank, though. That'd just be ridiculous. Man, I need to give these guys a higher drop rate. There we go. Alright. Uh, why don't I go ahead and just head all the way on south and pick up those documents that I missed? Because I feel like if I don't do it now, I am going to forget. Set myself on autopilot and just kick back. Run through whatever may come and hope they don't stun me or daze me or whatever it is when you get all the stars and slowed down. I feel like if Cephile was here, he would have had something to say about my joke about dark or old god cultists and whatnot. Let's see. I don't actually know if it's that cave or this one. And if it's this one, what's in that cave? Ironwing Cavern, what? I don't think this is the cave. Because I thought that it mentioned there was a spider, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that was a spider I just fought. But that is a rare. Throw that out while I finish the fight up. Because I'm going to want your bandit cloak of stamina. Telling you though, if you're ever leveling another character, or for some reason you just, even if you just randomly pick up these low level things, don't just vendor them. Don't ever just vendor that stuff. There it is. Yep. Because anything that can be transmogged has a pretty good chance of selling well. And you might think it looks crappy sometimes, but man, there have been some things where I thought looked ugly as hell, sold for 2k gold. Just like that. I just picked it up while questing is all it took. Whoo boy. I'm gonna put myself in RP walk. This is a risky one. It's not the best place for a node. Let's get out of here. Go ahead and adjust this down. I always have kind of a weird toss-up when I'm streaming because I can sit upright or I can lay back. And laying back is more comfortable most of the time. I think there's a rare spider that spawns in here too. But laying back is generally the most comfortable one. But when I'm sitting up, people just think I'm a fat guy. When I lay back like this, people know I'm a fat guy. The document bears the Explorers League crest and contains historical records for all the notable locations on Loch Modan. City smudges, dark iron, blah blah blah. Nobody cares. Let's see, where is... Nope, it's all the way at the bottom. Thought maybe it'd be on this little hill thing. Well, I believe that was because I turned in 2 yesterday, or at least 2 already. I don't remember if they were yesterday or earlier today, but I've turned in 2 of those documents, so I believe that means I now have all 6 documents accounted for. So at some point, I need to come up with a last name. And probably get rid of the Elder title. Because I am on an RP server, I should probably have all of the good old RP stuff. Last name, real title, I don't have a title. The only title this character will ever formally have is Loremaster. What did you have? Nothing useful. Nothing worth dumping stuff up to pick up. You, on the other hand... you might actually be worth something. That's why I kind of wonder if maybe I should drop blacksmithing and pick up jewel crafting. I get a lot of these gems and I never actually know what to do with them. Dropped you. Not that I actually needed to, but it's what happens. Just kind of walk right up next to this eagle who doesn't care that I'm swinging a giant pick at the rock, probably flinging junk all over him. Not worth fretting over, trying to actually get something. It's like I saw that note out there, but I just... I keep thinking I'll switch back and forth from I need all of them to I realize I'm going to keep coming, or I'm going to be going through every single 10 to 20 zone, so that's probably going to be more copper and tin than I can handle. First, I'm going to talk to you,
What's on your mind?
and I'm going to sell a bunch of this useless junk. And that. As much as I enjoy a good drink, it's just taking up space right now. Yeah, that's taking up space too. That I can probably sell for a little bit. That's soulbound. Get rid of it.
Watch your
Alright,
back.
let's start the massive turn-ins.
My, you're a tall one.
Handle them safely now. Stab thistle thieves. I hate that word. I've been informed there's a bear warning active in the woodlands as well. They love those stab thistle seeds. It's a good thing you gather those so they don't attract more bears. Stop everything. It's come to my attention that there's been bobcat sightings near the lodge. Bobcats! Now, mind you, I've never seen a bobcat, but they're surely dangerous. They're like mountain lions or something. I don't want anyone leaving until the area is secure. Anyone but you, that is. I'll pay you to help secure the area, Paladin. But don't get your face ripped off.
Alrighty then.
I already killed like 30 of those bobcats. Can't you give me credit for that?
What's on your mind?
Here at Farstrider Lodge, we prize hunting skills above all else. Wish to gain my approval? You'll earn it. You look up to the challenge. I'm pretty sure I already read that. How go those wasps? Lovely specimens you got there. Here's my wager, lad.
Off with you.
Ha ha. You're going to go right there. And I got my riding. So, wait, that would be in mounts. That means I get my warhorse.
See you soon.
Look at that. Been in the game for years, but it's still awesome to get every time. Would feel a lot more awesome if I actually had to work more for it, though. Just
How
saying.
are ya?
Just saying, Blizzard. Those people who would never actually watch some guy's stream who regularly has 1 or 2 viewers. What have you got for me? Ah, you see? Good. The finest quality. Good work getting these.
Safe travels.
Well, thank you. Pingles Blastenheimer. I just now realized his
How
name.
are ya?
Only the finest feathers will do. Take them. Beautiful. You've got an eye for quality. Great minds think alike. It's clear that you've got an enthusiasm for flight and fowl, so maybe you can help me further. I've actually nearly perfected my dream machine, the Sky Strider, the world's first flying mechanostrider. But, well, when I was putting the finishing touches on it in my secret cavern lab. Oh, that's what those mechanostriders were. Giving mechanical birds a personality to begin with was probably a bad idea, but that's already done. I need the super mechanical robo widget from one of the original Sky Striders if I want to rebuild it. Please journey to the cave and retrieve it for me.
Alrighty then.
Guess you just don't have the skill to build another? I mean, if you're paying...
You need something?
You've killed 10 already? While you were out, I've broken my previous record. 1,000. Yes, 1,000 boars. A bet is a bet, I suppose. Here's your consolation prize, Modan.
Have a good one.
Yeah, whatever. You're just sad because you're not that great.
Hello.
Oh, here's an innkeeper. I should probably set my hearth here.
Farewell. What brings you here?
It'll make getting back a lot faster. Viren's Revenge. I don't suppose you'd be interested in a little payback for his boldness. Daryl does have some skill, it pains me to say. A year ago, a large bear had been the target of the Farstrider Lodge, but none of the hunters had any luck with him, so Daryl thought he'd try his hand against him. All he had to show for his efforts was an ugly scar over his eye. Kill the bear, and I'm sure Darrow would be speechless for once. The bear, Old Sooty, can be found around his lair in the cave to the north.
Good luck, friend.
I guess I should move that over, because apparently it's showing me pictures of Old Sooty. So good to have a mount again. When do I learn? I learned Divine Steed at 28. That will also help in actually getting around. Do actually wish a little bit that these bears and stuff were harder to kill. Not much, but I mean, I just like, used 3 abilities and he was dead, and I'm a healer. So that means if I was a DPS, I would have used 1, probably, and just killed it. Alright, what am I looking for here? Bobcats, that's right. Well, I'm actually going to head down because I know I passed several bobcats. Yep, on my way to pick up the, on my way to the mechanical stretched up. Oop.
Hello.
Greet him with a hearty hello. Get to move on. Suppose I could try random walk up RP. It's never really been much of a thing as far as I've seen. Or as far as I've seen on this server. I'm sure it happened at one point. And I have done some, because I still will never forget the day I did the had random walk up RP in the middle of an Ashran battle. That was actually fun. Just finish a fight and then some guy's like, I remember you from the tavern. I remember at the time, I actually thought it was a little silly and ridiculous. But I feel like I was a little stupid for thinking that so quickly. Sometimes people are very quick to judge something as stupid and pointless really soon, and I am not really an exception to that. Would like to be, but sometimes we have to deal with what's wrong with us. I was also looking over the talents, and I'm kind of seeing a pretty nice advantage to if I wanted to do the Shakaden thing that I was talking about. Oh, another Bobcat. It actually looks like I have quite a bit to help me with that, because while I know, like, I'll probably do Cavalier, but Fist of Justice would probably be the meta, but Blinding Light seems pretty nice because it actually does a fair chunk, or it looks like it'll do a fair chunk of holy damage, AoE. So I would get that. And I think Devotion Aura, just flat out 20% damage reduction is hard to argue with. And Holy Avenger, just for the haste increase, that always helps DPS and healing. And then Sanctified Wrath. Because if let's see, Avenging Wrath. Yeah, it increases my, It increases my crit chance by 20 and whatnot. And with that increase in haste, it'll pretty much, and the fact that I think I'll have 2 charges of Judgment, maybe it's only 2 charges of Crusader Strike, I'm not sure. I'll essentially be able to Judgment Holy Shock, because Judgment after level 42 increases the damage of Holy Shock and Crusader Strike by 30%. Yes. So I'd basically be able to Judgment, Holy Shock, Crusader Strike, and because of the increased haste, I'd probably immediately be able to go back to Holy Shock, Crusader Strike, Judgment, Holy Shock, and just do a crap ton of damage, and then probably use my Blazing or Blinding Light or whatever it was, just to do the last bit of damage. The only problem I'm seeing is, or seeing with that is kind of an obvious one. Haywire Battle Chicken. The only problem I'm seeing with that though is, you know, like, even if I'm doing the Shakaden thing just for fun, like I'm still a healer designed to heal, I feel like I'll run into that problem of my biggest damage dealer is also a really decent healing spell of mine, and I'll be using it for damage. I'm guessing. I'm gonna have to take this nice long way around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the two-handed Crusader Strike animation, which I'm fine with, but at the same time it's also weird. Really do feel like I'm getting somewhat close to the end, but it's could also be pretty far. It's the only way to really make it viable. Well, I know it's not going to be viable in any like serious endgame content, but the only way to make it viable is probably just work around healing without Holy Shock. Sky Strider sits silent. Its chance to fly gone. An obvious hatch in the front is marked SRW. Opening the hatch, you can find an imposing looking mechanical device hooked to several wires, gears, and who knows what else. It's easily detached. Time to bring it back to Bingles. Let's see, I would take... Actually, I may as well just take the fast hearth back, because all the bobcats I need are like right outside the lodge. There's no sense spending all that time walking around and then fighting back just to kill some bobcats along the way when I can go here and jump over the edge. I think what I might do, but I'm not entirely sure, is also, like, when I get to level 60 and have the option to fly, I'm probably going to not get it. Just because all of these zones that are really big and really pretty, they just shrink. They become so drastically small when you can fly. It's not really as, like, awe-inspiring. It's like, this makes it look like they look like land as far as the eye can see. But the second I get up in the air and I see like this massive world is actually like that. I mean, sure, the fact that you can technically RP walk from one end of the continent to the other, or like from the top of a continent to the bottom in about half an hour, doesn't help, but I can still have some sort of immersion. What are you doing online? You should be asleep right now. I guess he's not online. I don't know what I'm seeing. And our last bobcat. Three quests to turn in? Oh, Sky Strider Heart, that's right. Oh, got so used to always having to run, I forgot I even had a mount. I did actually play this game back when you had to wait all the way until level 30
Hi, how are you?
to be able to get your first riding training. Okay, yes, I've already been informed that bobcats are much smaller than I was assuming, but that's still pretty dangerous for gnomes. You've done a good thing for the safety of this lodge, Modan.
Goodbye for now.
As long as you pay me.
Hey there.
Ah, Modan, back so soon. No doubt you've been at the hunt again. Don't worry, if you've had some setbacks, in the long run, it will make you better. You couldn't get much worse anyway. What's this? A bear's head, by the looks of it. Well, that's quite an interesting kill you have yourself there. Couldn't be that bear from back then. He trails off and then starts to visibly shake. Oh, take that, or take it away. Get that grizzly thing out of here. Is it a grizzly bear? Light, don't bring that thing into the lodge. It's unsanitary, unspeakable, unsanitary. Just get it out of here, will you? No one wants to see your bloody little trophy, really.
Safe travel.
Pansy.
I am listening.
Looks like I'm about to gain another level. Welcome to Farce. No, great job, Modan. We really showed him. Here, give me the head and I'll take care of it. Thanks for helping me out with my little plan, Modan. I've been itching for months to get back at that snooty stuck-up boar, and I'd say we did a pretty good job. Here, have this. You've earned it. It's a strength and stamina blade that I don't actually need. Doesn't look too bad, though.
Be careful.
My, you're a tall one.
Perfect. Now that I've perfected the wing balance and have the parts I need, all we need is a pilot. I'm not making the Sky Strider for me, Modan. Not even for gnome kind. I want my son to be the one to fly it. I'm old and my reflexes aren't what they used to be. But my boy Ando could be the best pilot that Azeroth has ever seen, if he'd just get over his teenage moodiness. He sits out by the loch staring at the sky all day. Something's been bothering him, yet he refuses to talk to his own father about it. I'm at a loss. Please, could you go talk to him? Tell him I need him to pilot the Sky Strider.
You have a great day now.
Oh,
Keep your
I
feet
could
on
have a
the ground.
chat.
Watch your back.
I didn't want to actually interact with the flight master. Although I'm wondering if it'd actually be faster to fly back here, turn in those, right over here, and then just ride right across the lake.
Aye.
Why don't we do that?
Off with ya.
When I move, I'm hoping to be able to get Google Fiber. And I'll be able to have a fast enough internet speed to stream at 1080. And this place will look, or all these places will look even more awesome. Like when I get out to Airy Peak, that's one of my favorite zones in the game. It just looks amazing. Ooh. Can't ever really seem to get enough sleep at night. I have some cats that like to keep me up.
You got my attention.
Wanting attention all night. That's always fun. Alright. Ugh, I can't believe they got their hands on our transport routes. That was just asking for trouble. Thank you for getting this back for us before they were able to do much with it. You probably saved us a lot of heartache. Please accept some coins as a reward for your efforts. Huh. Think they got a kick out of seeing how low they were on our list of threat assessments? This document was admittedly a bit out of date, but nonetheless amusing. Of course we'll offer you some money as a reward for returning this anyways. Your efforts are appreciated. Our artifact records. I was pretty well worried with what the Dark Irons might try to steal with this information at their disposal. Thank you for bringing it back to us. We'll gladly part with some coin to express our gratitude. Our historical records. The thought of Dark Iron vermin delving into our past just made me sick to my stomach. We appreciate you bringing this back to us. Here's some money. That's not what he actually said, but... You located all of our documents. We can't thank you enough for the help. We'd all but given up hope. It seemed sure the Dark Irons would be able to act on all of this information soon. It's good to know that they will be left blind in their attacks for quite a while yet. To thank you for all of your efforts on our behalf, we would like to offer you a gift. An artifact, really. Something we recovered from one of our digs. You have the appreciation of all of the Explorers League. An old dwarven hammer. It's nifty, but it is strength and stamina. Oh, hey, my cleanse. I'm going to put you right there. That is nice, though. Maybe if I ever come to my senses and switch to Retribution, I'll use that. Might also, when I get to 100 and get my artifact, I might actually switch over to, or might actually use that as a transmog. Because I always like some of the simpler transmog stuff. Alright. Let us... Oh, and I know I said I was going to stop experience but every 10 levels, but I'm also not going to just leave a zone, go all the way to Stormwind, just to move stuff around. I'm going to wait until I finish this zone, then I will make the journey to Stormwind. I'll run the auction house for a little bit. This will all be off of stream. I'm not going to waste viewer time with this or with boring details like that, but I'll probably run back to Stormwind, do all that, work on my professions, because I don't really feel like making you guys watch me smith a bunch of ore and smelt a bunch of ore and then do some blacksmithing either. Unless people actually want to see that, you can let me know, but until then I'm going to assume that I'm already pushing the limits of people's interest with this kind of stream. I don't know where that water bolt just went. It disappeared. Now I might go around and hit that fishing spot up, though. Collect me some sagefish. And another copper vein. Should also try to remember to make it a point to always check vendors where I go. Because I know some recipes in the game you can only find at vendors out in these obscure parts of the world. Just, you know, just your average dwarf hanging out. You look a little too relaxed there, buddy. Hopefully I don't aggro that thing from all the way up here.
Hi, how are you?
Blastenheimer. I don't care about my father's silly inventions. It's all just nonsense. Look at them. The Twilight's hammer ruined this land. The cult caused this cataclysm and broke the stone rot dam and drained the entire loch. And now they wander around the ruins like it's their home. Hold on. If there was any justice in the world, someone would march into their camp, break the artifacts of theirs in half. But I'm too weak to even try it. And nobody else is brave enough either. Not even you see. It's all so stupid.
Very good.
Oh. We'll just see about that. Nope. I know it's lower level, but I have a feeling that's stuff I don't want to actually stand in.
Good day to you.
You did it? You did! You fought them and won. There's hope after all. You've done what I thought was impossible. I'm done moping around here. It's time to gnome up. I've got to find my father, but you, don't bother yourself with me any longer. You've got to keep fighting these cultists. Unfortunately, this tune is reserved for Clan Battlehammer when I eventually get them to 50. 50 being their minimum level. Go talk to Ashland Stormspark to the east. He's trying to stop the Twilight's hammer, but he has nobody to help him. I didn't see that last part, but oh well. Don't give up, Modan. I won't.
Very well then.
Guess nothing helps inspire a teenager than, or like, watching bad guys get their butts kicked. Excuse me.
How are you?
You hit the Twilight camp at the center of the lake? Not bad. If you're ready to take the fight right to their doorstep, I've got your chance. They can drain the loch until it's little more than a drip of mud, and we'll still fight to keep it ours. Servants of Cho'Gall. The Twilight's Hammer started as a clan of the Savage Horde. Their leader Cho'Gall slowly turned his band of ogres into a death cult, welcoming anyone insane enough to wish for the end of all existence. As you can see, there's still plenty of ogres among their ranks, deranged, fanatical, and just as strong as before. These crude monsters have the gall to come here and spread their filth across our land. The more you kill, the better Loch Modan will be.
See you soon.
Clutching at chaos. The cultists of the Twilight Hammers use their powers to draw elementium metal from the deep beneath the earth. They coax it out into twisted spikes to form their buildings, rooted right into the defiled grounds. The ogres here seem to be in the middle of weaving the stuff, and we need to strike while they're still twisting its shape. Tear the spikes right out of the ground while they're still pliable, and bring them back to me. We're not going to give these curs a single inch of our land.
Good.
I wonder if they had actually made ogres a playable race, if they'd have those same casting animations. That could have been a pretty decent skin for the Shadow Priest artifact. Just throw an eyeball on it. I'm gonna see if I can wait for his... Nope, I already pulled him. Good for me. Killed 7 of them, now I just need to rip up 3 more of these. Turn that one in. It may look grim, but we will win with your help. They won't keep the dwarves down.
Keep your feet on the
That's the
ground.
spirit. Did you tear up the spikes? I sure did. Shame that these half-formed things are too brittle and warped to be of use for some weapons of our own. But it's thanks to you that we had the chance to get them out. Or get them out before they set. I'm not about to complain. The ogre left to watch over these crude fools. Left over to watch over these crude fools goes by the name of Gorkresh. He's big enough to boss even these brutes around, and cunning to boot. Never assume an ogre is stupid. That's where they'll get you. If you take him out, we'll show the Twilight's Hammer that Loch Modan isn't a stepping stone for them. Stand strong against Gorkresh and drive these fools back into the Highlands.
See you soon.
So I pretty much had to cut through everything to get back there. I wonder if those hammers are weapons I can get. I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone use that in their transmog, but it'd be kind of neat. Ooh, I might want to heal up, actually. Getting a little low there. Probably start trying to remember to use that on me, just on the off chance that there's ever somebody around that I need to heal. Benefit myself too. Doubt that'll come up much though. Probably should also get in the habit of using Judgment first all the time, just because when I finally get to that max level... Oh shoot, I shouldn't use that then. When I finally get up there in levels, I'm going to want to have that habit down, because otherwise it's going to cost me some DPS. Looks like I got myself a tin vein over there. Let's kind of meander on over to this cave entrance here and pick that up. How do I even get to... screw this, I'm not gonna waste 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get to every single node. This one, on the other hand, I'm right by it. May as well grab it. Grab one more. Think I'm going to wrap it up because I think I'm actually just about done with this whole zone, which means I'll wrap it up. And next time I come back, what'll probably happen is I'll be in Stormwind when I start off, and we will head over to Darkshore from there. So in the off time when I'm not streaming, I'll probably just go down to Stormwind, take care of a few errands, put stuff on the auction house, what have you. And I'll just kind of log or leave the character there until the next time I can stream. I don't know when that'll be. I kind of got lucky and just happened to have 3 days where I didn't have much to do. So I'll have to keep this up, and I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with the streaming for. But I've gone for 2 hours now. I did like 3 hours yesterday and 3 hours the day before. I might have more time to come back later today, but I can't actually make any promises. So we'll see. You've done it. We may not have stopped the cult dead, but we've shown them we're not easy pickings for them, and we left him a welt to prove it. Why is he just carrying a lit stick of dynamite? Take this with my gratitude, and try not to blush if anyone in Thelsamar calls you hero. You've done great here, Modan. While you were out, a young Ando fellow was here looking for you. Said something about a metal bird. You might want to go back to the shores of the Loch and see what he wanted.
Be good.
I forgot all about that bird.
Honored, I'm sure.
It's working. My father brought it. Father finished the Sky Strider. It's amazing. Once we get the bugs worked out, I'm going to use it to fight for justice, just like you. I know you've got to move on and help other people, being a hero and all. But how about a ride? I'm about to take the Sky Strider on its first flight, and I'll be honored if you join me. I'll drop you off at Algaz Station. What do you say?
Off and away.
I guess I didn't have much of a choice. Oh, I guess I get to take a nice scenic route. Now, naturally, like if I wasn't stopping experience and going over to Darkshore, this would make sense, and this would be the next zone I go to. Ooh, fog setting in. Man. Sure did a number on that. I'm gonna have to take a look at that, or look at this whole dam when I've finished up everything, or when I've like finished up everything and then moved on to the try out the vanilla server. Out near Stormspike. Alright. The winds of Loch Modan. What in the blazes was that? A flying mechanostrider? You know what? I don't want to know. I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen, and we'll all be nice and businesslike. Fair enough. I'm sure you've seen just how bad the damage to the loch is by now. The damage spreads further than that, I'm afraid. All that water had to go somewhere, and went down to the wetlands. There's a lot of fine dwarves down there trying to help out, and they need supplies. That's why I sent 2 of my mountaineers ahead with casks of ale on the path to the wetlands. I haven't heard back from them since they set off down the road to Dun Algaz. Would you mind checking on them?
Watch your back.
Well, I'll hang on to your quest. just because. But I'm going to head back to Thelsamar.
What can I do
Traveling
for ya?
merchant. You don't have anything interesting. I really wish if they were going to have these random traveling merchants, they would have something really cool in there. Just it doesn't even have to be super amazing, just but like a recipe that you can only get there or something like that. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and call it here for now. So, thanks for watching, guys. Again, next time I will be starting out in Stormwind, and I will be taking the boat over to Darkshore, and we will begin our adventures there. That I'm pretty sure is a rather long zone, so I doubt we'll actually finish it there. And you'll notice that, like earlier in the stream, I kind of revealed that I actually apparently had already earned this achievement on different tunes, and I actually didn't realize that you can earn this across tunes. I'm still going to go to every single zone on just this one, even if I already technically have the achievement for it. But um, I just or I didn't get the achievement because, as I saw when I was glancing through that, they don't have a Loch Modan achievement. They have a Loch Modan and Wetlands achievement, so I'll have to do both of them to get that. But hopefully, through most of them, I get an achievement at the end of each zone. So, thank you for watching. We will check back in with Modan next time, meet you guys in Stormwind, and let me know on Twitter if you guys have any suggestions for how I'm doing this. I know it's a little awkward. I don't have much experience with this, but I'm actually having a lot of fun streaming it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later.
Till we meet again.